you would all stand and remove your hats, we'll say the pledge of allegiance to open our meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. We'll call to order Spencer Town Council meeting August 18th. 2025. Let it be shown that all three council members, town liaison, town clerk's here someplace, town attorney, and residents from all three superintendents from the sewer, the town, street, and the police are here, plus all of our distinguished guests. Thank you for attending tonight. Okay. Approval of minutes from previous meeting. I didn't see anything wrong either.
I read it in a hurry though.
Okay, all right. So did I.
Full disclosure.
Yeah. So, do you have anything to add or anything,
I don't
Cheryl?
have anything to add. I
Okay.
had someone else doing, but I went through and added things or changed through, so it kind of looked like it was me.
All right.
When public comments come up, we ask the public group what they're talking about.
Yeah, public comments,
Okay.
these groups.
Are you looking for a motion?
Yeah, I'm looking for.
I'll make a motion to accept minutes.
Okay, I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Public issues, Commonwealth Engineering invoices, 63958.
I'm sorry, I'm looking for them now.
Okay.
I thought I had everything.
Okay. It's for $297.84. It's miscellaneous on-call services.
Okay.
Probably that's your fault.
That would be reviewing the testing for the E-tank that ran
Oh,
on
okay.
site, so.
Okay.
I'm not, have you been informed as to what that is?
No, I have not.
So that E-tank failed on, hexavalent chromium, so it's just gonna sit there until they figure out what to do with it.
Ooh,
I haven't been told which way or what the others, what they're doing with it.
great.
Yep.
So, all right. Thank you, dear.
There's a few items I have still here, I added after the first agenda.
Oh, okay.
All right, so right here's the bill. Yes, I did.
Yes.
3-0.
Oh.
I've seen it.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I looked at it earlier. Thank you.
Did you want to do those individually then?
All right, I'd make a motion then that we would, make a motion for the invoice number 63958 from Commonwealth Engineers for, Spencer Miscellaneous on-call service for $297.84.
I'll second.
Oh, you got it?
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
All right, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Is this the phase one?
Give that to Cheryl. And next is invoice number 63999, wastewater improvement phase 1 for $11,000. Mike, you've seen it?
Yeah, there's a duplicate in her send out.
Yeah.
11,400.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
I think it's just an error, the extra one, same invoice number and everything.
Okay, all right. And this is for preliminary design work for the new sewer plant
Right.
expansion. So, I'll make a motion that we would approve invoice number 6.
Get your cap on it though.
Yeah, I'll move it over a second.
Doing our due diligence here, Cheryl.
Loaded this afternoon.
All right.
So wait.
No, I mean, it's the second page, it's all,
Looks like
Yeah.
They look kind of identical.
that's right, it
Looks
is,
All right.
identical to me.
yeah.
Event registration, the Brett Wood Memorial. Do you
That
have-
is a new one.
Okay.
It's right here. I'm sorry. That is, from the VFW, and here is their plan in there. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have you guys look at them well.
That's fine.
Basically, they're going to have, again, they're gonna have something, we'll read it because it's kind of,
Okay, so it's at the courthouse and Cooper Park, being sponsored by the VFW. Date of the event is on September 14th.
switch to the other page, the name of the event.
This one,
Sorry.
the Brentwood Memorial Day.
Yeah,
Is that the one you're
that's it.
on?
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
So, does it say?
So they have an itinerary, 9:30
Okay.
Courthouse Brick Memorial, then an hour later Riverside at Brett's Grave, and then an hour later a barbecue down in Cooper Park, and then at 4:30 a VFW programming day.
I wanted to mention on the other one, I think it's this, I forget what it's called, the battalion or something.
Coming in his group,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's his group that he's,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's a
Oh.
bigger deal than the usual.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
that listed here, but that's,
But they need to have an outside park for their cookout.
Okay.
yeah. Well,
And the
whatever
other
they
one was
need.
taken, Veterans Park was taken.
And then they're going to have a small,
Oh.
and this happens on a Sunday, I believe,
Okay.
and it's going to check the calendar to make sure.
14th.
They're gonna have another thing in front of the wall, so they're
Okay.
gonna
Mhm.
Good.
block off the street there, so they can meet there.
Okay.
And it's a bigger thing than usual. It's,
So take up the parking spaces in
Yes.
front of the wall.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay,
take up parking spaces and leave some, take up one lane,
okay,
so that cars can go down one way,
okay. All right,
because there's gonna be quite a few people at this one.
Okay. Well,
all right. Anybody have any objections?
No,
Okay, I'd make a motion then, to approve the event registration for the Brentwood Memorial for September 14th, 2025. It sounds to me like it's gonna be pretty much an all-day ordeal.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna
bigger
be at the
places.
courthouse,
That's
the
good.
Riverside Cemetery, and Coopers Park, and then the
Yes.
VFW program
And
later.
they're asking
so.
for closing the street there and
Okay.
something else at the park. Just-
yeah, they didn't
just use
say
it.
how many was going to attend, I know.
Yeah, there'll be a pile of them, I'm no doubt, so. Anyway, that's my motion.
second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Arts in the Park is another one that didn't get on there, and here, take one of these, this will be the information, and then Diana, she's here to represent them.
You want to comment?
All I was gonna say is that a new organization, I think, Evan is familiar with them, and there's a couple things that hadn't been gotten in line, but we are getting there. The insurance, she'll get some on, she has a document, but it's not gonna be attached.
Okay.
I didn't sign that.
Yes, sorry. I
Here
handed
is
it
the
straight to Cheryl because she was
request.
talking to me.
I wanna get everything on the calendar, so that's why I'm bringing them, because it gets busy in the fall.
Okay. Sweet. And the reason you didn't have that before, I have the original.
You on the original? Okay, so
Yeah.
she brought me in
Yeah, it was
another
in-
one. Well, I
sorry
wondered.
about that.
I wondered about that. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we got it settled.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So is this just closing off the entrances to the park?
Yes, really, it's
That's easy
maybe in the
enough.
day kind of for the park,
Mhm.
and, so they can advertise it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we get some
They can-
signs put up in the park ahead of time, letting people know that there is an event? Because it is kind of known to just be first come, first serve.
Yes,
We don't,
and they're going to start advertising it.
Okay,
So,
good.
maybe that will help, and
Mhm.
if they
Our
notice that
construction,
the content is.
because we ran into an issue with the Arbor Day event, and someone was wanting to do an
Yeah.
Easter thing, and it was after the flood, and
Well,
we just want to not get double booked,
Right.
is just
Yes.
kind of my concern, but, yeah, this looks,
Okay.
okay.
I think anytime that we have something scheduled on our events, we should do that on other, can't
Well,
stop
and this
people from going over there and not finding it.
Right.
you know.
They had something planned, and then we already had something planned, and
Yeah.
like, no one ever contacted us
Right.
about it.
No one
I think Hunter
contacted
caught
me
it
either.
on Chatter or something.
Okay. No one
It's-
contacted me about the other thing either.
Right, yeah, exactly, that's my point, so,
Scotty, if you guys could put barricades up Friday afternoon when you get done, so they can have it free then for Saturday.
but this is October
Holiday
25th,
and everything.
or are you talking about the,
Well, yeah, the 24th.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay.
You want actual barricades or you want us to
Oh, you got cables up, the cable's fine, yeah, cable's up.
So
That'd be great.
you do want it closed off.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna have someone get in touch with you, Tony, just to make sure that we know exactly where they're gonna be, and that's for you. Okay. Are we talking the Arts in the Park now?
Yes.
So they'll get together and talk about what they need, just to make sure that they understand. This is their first time too, so.
Okay.
I will make a motion to approve the Arts in the Park event on October 25th and closing the car entrances at Cooper's Park.
Okay. I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. John Henry on there.
So you have the approval, you can, do you need a copy of this for the insurance? Okay, I'll get that to you, so you don't have to stay here.
Back to the Brett Woodland that's gonna be in the park, do we need to close off the park? Are we gonna start closing off the park for?
Well,
I
this is,
almost feel like they're handling it themselves, but, I'll ask Sharon tomorrow if she needs anything. She did
Okay.
not say close off the
No,
park.
she didn't.
Mhm.
She just talked about it, they'll probably arrange it themselves, so that, I'll make sure.
all right, thank you. All right, next up, ordinance number 2025-04, amending military leave policy.
Did you all receive a copy of
Yes.
this at all? Okay.
Yes.
This is to bring the town's personnel policy in compliance with the state statute, okay? Basically, it allows military leave for up to 15 days for any of our military persons who are serving as also in the town. That 15 days is the limit, of course, on the matter. And I've asked the chief to submit to Cheryl the particulars of who would be eligible for this payment. It's not necessary to have it retroactive. The state statute covers the time period that's involved. And what we're doing now is making this personnel policy conform to the state statute now.
Okay.
The state statute is 10-16-7, and our policy had actually been written back in 2007. And the new policy from the state was 2022.
Okay. Anything to add, Terry?
No, sir, I just seen that, what Richard had sent me, infoed me on, looks good to me. And we have 2, possibly 3 people it could affect in the future. However, right now, it's just primarily affecting 2 people, and 1 has had an issue due to it.
Okay, all right, thank you, chief.
Put that for your consideration.
Okay.
You already read this,
Yeah, I read it
Yeah.
at home, but I'll sign it whenever you guys.
Okay. Do you wanna make a motion, or?
I read it while I was at work.
Okay,
So,
yeah, I read it.
All right, so I'll make a
Yeah.
motion then that we would approve ordinance 2025-04, amendment to military leave for state statute requirements.
I'll second it.
Okay, second, motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Okay, next thing, economic development, Main Street. Yes, sir. Yeah, please.
You might need to turn it on.
You're hot?
We are solid. Okay. What I wanted to do was revisit the issue that we talked about, it's probably about a month ago now, and it was the issue of mainstream coming to Spencer, Indiana. And I know that you guys had some ongoing economic discussions that were sort of in the broader scheme. And so we wanted to come back after that, see where you all had landed, and then have another discussion with you as it makes sense. So really just wanted to see how things were with you all, and do a follow-up, and also be happy to answer any questions or joys or concerns that you may have.
I passed it on to the attorney to look it over, the contract.
The contract is basically the same boilerplate we would expect for this particular kind of project kind of thing. The question more for you is the ability to fund the requirements and all. I believe it's $25,000 because of the value to both businesses and private individuals in the town who would be benefited by a higher speed, more reliable system and all.
Okay. All right.
Was it 25,000 or was it 50?
I thought it was 50. Yes, $250,000.
I'm sorry.
Correct.
I was
Over
thinking-
5.
Yeah.
Over 5
I
years,
was
yes.
thinking about breaking some donations into two parts of like
Okay.
25 each, yeah, that's where I was, yeah.
That's but nice. Marcy, do you have anything to say?
I do have some local businesses that are here to share about their experience with the service that they currently have.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
so Martha, would you want to start?
I knew she was gonna say that. Hi, I'm Martha Nally, and I represent Spencer Price Community Center over on the square. And some of our frustration is that, when we don't have the internet service, or it's extremely slow, and we have, customers, we can't use our register, our,
Square.
Square, yes, thank you very much, our Square. And then I know personally, because I do a first shift over there every Wednesday, so that has happened to me 3 or 4 times. And then the other issue, really what has affected me more, is when I don't have the internet service or it's running really slow, I'm also the sponsorship coordinator, I can't print. I cannot print. And that's probably my biggest frustration, yeah.
Okay,
And Alexa doesn't work very good either.
okay. Okay, all right.
We're always yelling at Alexa.
Alexa, yeah. She yelled back.
Yeah. But the most challenging part is the fact that we cannot bring customers up.
Okay, all right. Anyone?
Hi, I'm Shania Leach, and I own the bakery here in town, and my frustrations are exactly the same. So our internet actually went down today again.
Yeah.
It happens, I would say multiple times a month, and in one particular day that we had a major issue that I didn't even know happened through Square. Maybe you guys have incurred this, but if you're offline and Square is taking sales, it will take offline sales, but then it won't send the money through until you come back on, and you have a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
If that 24-hour period is up and your internet's back, you lose those sales. And you know, the majority of our sales are credit cards, so those credit card sales don't come through until the internet is back online for those to be accepted. We don't print, but we have laptops that we go in and look at for our orders, and when that's down, we can't view our orders, we can pull it up on our phone, but it's a tiny little screen, so I mean, a lot of that is also the same with Square, because we're using Square, and every time it goes down, we go down, and we're constantly telling customers, you know, we're sorry, cash only right now, we can't take your card, so that's really frustrating as a business owner.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And so what I would just conclude is, John, you and I talked, okay? This is really about the local businesses. I mean, you know, we've had conversations about real estate and other things like that, but this is about removing the challenges that our local businesses have to continue to support them. And, you know, we've been over this. This is something that they need. So if this is possible to do, this is an investment within our citizens.
Okay. I know that I was contacted by no less than 7 different realtors. Only one of them from Owen County, the rest of them from Monroe County. You wanna talk to somebody about ponying up some money? There's who you need to hit, and I can give you a list.
Well, I think that the advantages are well known and needed. Unfortunately, our systems here in town have been the victims of just obsolescence in terms of technology, and they are unable to keep up with the current workload that we've got.
Sure.
This is an integrated system because it reaches all of the boundaries that we've had described to us and all in the contract for the town of Spencer. We might want to talk a little bit more about whether those geographic areas could be expanded a little bit for future growth and all.
Sure.
But by and large, I know it would be well received, I think, by businesses here in town and many
Yeah.
individuals as well.
Yeah.
I think the residential people are going to need it as well. If you want to have new people come to this community that work at home, you have to have
Yeah.
fiber.
I got two college
Yeah.
professors
Yeah.
that live within 500 feet of me right now, so, yes, they need it.
I watched
Internet
it
access.
today, it just went out for half an hour and then it decided to come back. Then I see these screens, circles, and I see the fading across like this.
Yeah,
So, and they don't even say, we're gonna improve it.
I know.
You got what you got.
I'm gonna assume you have Comcast.
At the center,
Uh-huh.
I unfortunately do not know.
We're
I guess-
Xfinity Comcast, we also have it at home, it's all at home.
I would assume so, yes, but sorry, I did not gather that information before I came.
I just have one question for you.
Please.
Okay. There was some discussion earlier about pricing as far as, you know, regular and then the really high speed, you know, and there was some deviation there. Is there any way to hold that price for 3 years?
I don't see how about I answer it this way, and it's not the answer that you're looking for, but I've not seen I've been with Mainstream for a year, we have not jumped prices in any kind of significant fashion, and it would be disastrous to the business model if we did.
Okay.
So we're still under $100 for even gig service. So if you have 1 gigabit per second over 1 gigabit per second, which is actually, if you guys are on, and I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough, hybrid fiber coax is what Comcast offers here, and it's not symmetrical. So even if you have 1 gig service, you're getting 1 gig download speed, but you might be getting about 40 or 50 megabits per second upload speed. So it's just a fraction of what you'd be getting in download speeds with your upload speeds. Doesn't work for telemedicine as well. It doesn't work for e-learning as well. It doesn't work for, like you were talking about, your college professors. I was talking to an engineer earlier today who had to upload AutoCAD designs, and there was no way that he could do it from where he was at because those files are enormous. So when you think about the economic development benefits just for the residents here, there is absolutely, and we've seen it change in other communities. In fact, the point of sale, that purchase is something that we've seen improve in some of the communities. Like there's a pretty relatively regionally famous glass blower down in Corden, Indiana, and we were able to deliver service, and like the innovation that's taken place at just that glass blowing shop has been unbelievable, because it's not just like, oh, I can rate customers up. It's like, no, now I can have classes, and now I can do this on the web and that, and like, so there really is a ton of possibilities that are here, and that's what makes these properties somewhere between 4 and 10% more valuable in the marketplace when they have this adequate connectivity. It brings all the prices and values up.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Oh, and to answer the pricing question, about $35 is what we're at right now, and then I believe it's closer to $90 for gig over gig. 35 is 150 over 150. And again, you'll find that to be probably better than what you've got right now. And also in contrast to some of what we heard, there's very little downtime, and this is not a fragile network. So it is pretty robust, and we have a 99.9% uptime. It's way up there.
I noted in your contract, you would use our existing easements. We don't have existing easements throughout the town because part of the town was built after, like the sewer plant down on in Mays Edition and some of the other things. So it'd be a little bit of easement work necessary.
Would we have to purchase easements?
I don't know that too.
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Because
Largely, they would be using the corridors in alleys and streets and
Sure.
things like that.
And sometimes it's
And that-
driveways.
On the outskirts of the town, it gets a little more problematic. It
Roadblocks.
depends upon exactly what they need to do at a specific location.
Okay.
Like if you went to the new Cook Edition.
Yeah, there would be some things you'd have to do there.
Yeah.
But they're going to be dedicating easements to us, so
Okay.
we'll be okay.
And if it's a new subdivision or something like that too, that's probably going to be underground anyway, but we just have to find where that best underground
Yeah, you've got
access is.
to flag it and go into
Yep.
the right.
Is that using REMC's fiber? Don't we already have fiber?
The businesses in town got it. but
Not
they
everybody.
don't bring it to the residentials.
Not everybody.
You
So to
gotta-
answer that question, both Smithville, SCREMC, and Denver, all three of the local partners already within our community are aware of Mainstream. What Mainstream is discussing with you is not within their business model.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, we'd be building a brand new network with our own fiber optic cable. We wouldn't use anybody else's.
Well, that's why I was just wondering if it was cheaper for the town to utilize one
there's a line that passes within 120 feet of my house, but they would not hook us up.
Yeah, mine goes to my yard.
Yeah.
Well,
I see the
so-
box.
Right down,
That
But
brings
what's
up,
worse
so
than
one of
that?
the things they're looking at for, the rural broadband deployment program called BEAD is the issue of scalability. So this is why you can't just do satellite everywhere and just be like, well, it's fine now. Cause it doesn't work like that. And so, not all networks can scale up, even if they're fiber, they can't always scale up. So to the point of the other providers that are, here in the area or close by, they may not have the cabinet capacity and what they need in order to scale up and do what they need to do and bring residential service. Cause it's not just, you gotta think of it more like, water, in that it's like the more faucets you turn on,
The stream gets lower.
Yeah, the thinner it's gonna be on the other end for somebody down the way,
that's
so.
what we have now.
Yeah, exactly, so,
So,
yeah, that's what happens where the sidewalk ends sometimes, and so we're gonna try to fix that.
all right.
Anything else?
Not to my knowledge, unless Mike or Ed or
Yeah.
somebody else has
Yeah,
a question.
so in that contract, it does talk about the cabinet that you would need. Is that located on the rental property in that contract, or?
I think we had it as a location to be determined with the town.
Okay.
I mean, with the cabinet, because it's so close in distance in the town, we can put it, for the most part, anywhere in the town area kind of thing. We have some flexibility, I should say. But yeah, we can just, it's kind of, some of those are open to be determined kind of thing. What's
Okay.
engineering feasibility stuff with that. So it's-
And we'll continue to work with you guys on.
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
other-
It's not just, yeah.
We don't just put a flag in the ground and then say
Yeah,
that's
that's
where,
right.
How much
where it
are we
goes.
talking, 250?
Yeah, with 50,000 a year,
Oh, that's right.
Over 5.
Yeah, I think that's
it's
doable.
not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
On a conceptual level, despite the fact this is a customer and vendor situation, and it always will be, because that's what the contract says.
Sure.
I'm hoping that the vendor and the customer can treat this as a partnership to accomplish something that everybody really wants. If we have that concept in mind, this contract will work out quite well.
That is the spirit of the agreement for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
and this is never the last time a community sees me, so I'll just point that out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but I was actually looking at some of the plans for the future too, which I'll let you guys,
Yeah.
like ruminate on in a minute, but like, I think that that's interesting, wherever there's growth, there's sponsorship opportunities for us. We come in and we operate as a company, as a neighbor, and as a partner. We don't just like go in and provide internet and then leave.
Good, because I got a project for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you open it up, open up the door, I'm gonna move
Hey,
through it.
we're always open to talk,
Okay,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Well, with that being said, and I'm at that discussion, I would move that we would enter into a contract with Mainstream to provide internet service into the town. And you have a copy of the contract.
I do not have it with me,
Okay,
I'm sorry,
okay, but
it
you-
came on
okay,
late,
all
I'm
right.
sorry.
But we can get that signed and everything, but I would make a motion that we go ahead and approve that with the $50,000 per year out of the edit money from our budget.
I would second that.
Okay, Mike seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Look forward to it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just one other thing along that line, okay? We make decisions that most of the time usually has immediate results. Whether it's the chief needs something, or Tony needs something, or Ryan needs something, or somebody's got a complaint. This is a little different, because I've been reading all week what's gonna happen in Putnam County with the 1,200 and some acres they wanna make into the solar panel farm. Yeah. And how that and this will affect people 20, 30, 40 years down the road. We hope in a positive way. But don't ever think that we don't take it, we take it lightly, Marcy. Okay? Okay. Or anybody else in this room for that matter.
I agree with you, John.
Yeah, it's, and we're spending taxpayers' dollars. So we wanna make sure we're doing the right thing,
Yeah.
so, anyway,
Yeah,
all right.
and we appreciate that too.
All right, we thank you, gentlemen,
Thank you.
and, everybody else, if you want to go, now that we're done with this, you may. So,
I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people were very excited and positive about
Yes,
this.
they
I
are.
didn't hear
Yes, they are.
one person saying, no, don't spend tax, and I, saying, I'm concerned about spending taxpayer dollar on this, and they were all like, do it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things that does end up reaping some pretty good rewards in economic development later, and that's been the story in every community that we serve.
I'm excited about it.
We'll get going to your point, but it'll be a good long.
thank you, guys.
Thank you.
There's me, so if you guys need me for anything, thank you.
I didn't forget
Thank you.
about you.
Thanks for the
I
opportunity.
know, I know it's not on the
Thanks so much,
agenda,
yeah.
so I just,
Public
There's
comments
me.
at the end.
okay.
Thank you so
That's
much.
what I figured,
You have to
because,
bear with me.
no, it's not a problem. I figured because I
And
wasn't
there
on
you
the
are.
agenda.
Yeah, we've already
Wiggle my way
approved,
into
we've
this.
already approved the festival and all that.
All right.
Right, and necessarily.
Okay, all right.
The park, I don't know if you saw the, have you seen
Yeah,
any
you
of this before, like the pavilion?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So,
Question,
okay,
when we get these bills, does that mean that the work is done?
yes,
So we haven't billed them yet. It's you and one other. but
Yeah,
have
we need
a
to.
problem, one other.
Donnie Felder,
No, he paid.
okay.
This person,
Uh-huh,
I don't really want to talk about it.
okay.
Looking at their pay record,
Ah,
they're ready to go to another lien. I don't think
Okay.
they're gonna pay this.
all right. Let me talk, the next door neighbors.
Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit afraid when I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay,
Okay, you
I
just
have
need
a-
to sign that.
okay, all right,
Request, John.
okay.
The Pride Group wants to talk about the railroad during the festival. They're here.
Okay,
Now, they
Yeah.
can stay till the end, or they can.
hold on, Marcy, we'll be right with you. Ma'am, did you have a question or something?
No, I don't have a question. I'm not on the agenda. I spoke with Mike at the Main Street thing, but I don't know if you remember, I was here on May 5th. I'm the safety and compliance coordinator for Spencer Price Festival. And as part of coordinating with the general manager, Heath Mondragon of the Illinois Indiana Railroads, he suggested that we partner with Operation Lifesaver, which is a volunteer organization that provides educational training. That's what the pamphlet in front of you is. This is, so you don't get in trouble with sheriff. That's the agreement. It's not signed yet. Jonathan signed it, and we've sent it back to Heath, and he's going to sign it. But, and I'll give a copy, I guess, for town council. But anyway, I was working with Heath on making sure we do things right this time, so we don't have an issue like we had last year. And during our conversations, he suggested we contact Operation Lifesaver to get training, or to partner with them to try to get some educational opportunities. They provide, this is a national organization, national volunteer organization, that provides education, and I included the websites and that, so you can have a look at it. It's very impressive. The problem I'm having is I think we're just not big enough or not important enough for them to respond. The last page of that has what I sent, not that, the Operation Lifesaver.
Okay,
thing.
all right.
So basically, that's a lot of information about Operation Lifesaver and why it's so important for not just Spencer Pride, but Spencer in general. We have a lot of activity downtown. Indiana is the 5th highest in incidents and fatalities nationwide, okay? And that's not per capita, that's pure numbers. All right, so we definitely need some sort of education of our business owners, their customers. They do training for first responders like police and firefighters and that, do training for school children. My plan was to bring them out and have them set up a booth at the festival. I didn't get any response from them. I also reached out, that's what the last page is I submitted via the online application. I was hoping I could print a hard copy that could be filled out and then submitted from the town of Spencer. So I thought if the request came from the town of Spencer, then perhaps they would respond and get something to it. Now, the last page is what I submitted, and I hadn't got any So that same verbiage could be used, substituting town officials. Probably it's gonna fall on Cheryl or somebody, but so that there would be a point of contact with the town that could touch base. We could still host it at the community center there, or if there's another space that's available. We were thinking that there are probably, 30 to 40 people would be interested in this, when you take any business owners and local folks and the fire and the police and all that. It just could be a very beneficial thing from them. The other thing that I handed you is the email and the contract that we got with the Illinois, Indiana General Manager, Keith Mondragon, that says we can, put our mats on the railroad tracks. And they were, basically they were giving us an easement, if you will, or agreement that we can do that. It also clarifies that he doesn't have any authority over Franklin Street, so that we don't have to worry about, our food trucks on that during the festival. And I don't know, I haven't been here for the Apple Festival, whatever, so.
It's big.
Yeah, are they on Franklin Street as well and involved in?
Yeah,
So-
last time they had they had an issue with people being on the gravel next to the railroad.
Right, and the gravel is part of the railroad property, and I
Yes.
assured Mr. Mondragon that we would not allow people to trespass on the gravel mat. And so, maybe a similar agreement
Will
could.
that be the only crossing then acceptable?
No, it's not the only crossing, it's the only crossing that we can put a mat over. Our concern is the crossing here on Main Street. It's horrible. If you've walked, it's fallen apart. It's hard to walk across, much less to get a wheelchair or a stroller or something across.
Okay.
So last year, we had a mat that was on it, and an ISRR employee took issue with that and grabbed it and I guess threw it, and there was a big kerfuffle. And
So, do you want me to call this Jessica Feder tomorrow?
If you could, or, she's the Indiana, I've left voicemail messages, I've sent email messages, I've got nothing. So if the town could reach out, that would be great, and if the town could,
I can send her an email and call her, and
Yeah.
I'll see what happens.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, they provide free education and all kinds of training materials and things like that. It's gonna be good for the community.
Yeah, I think it's important, it's not just one organization.
Yeah, it's everybody, because we've got these unguarded
And just
kind
people.
of things, so
Let's see if they
yeah.
come down during apple budget too.
Unfortunately, I have two daughters that work for railroad companies, and they move at the speed of mud.
I'm thinking that might be part of the problem, but,
Yeah.
plus the fact that if a town says we would like this educational opportunity, then that might have a little more
Maybe,
weight than
maybe so.
some.
Yeah, I can send her an email and then call her.
All
Tomorrow.
right, super, I really appreciate that.
Not a problem.
And like I said, the other thing was the agreement so that we don't have that problem. And I
Okay.
appreciate what you did for us last year.
I got it right here.
I wasn't involved in it, but
Give that to her.
I saw the videos. But, so this time we've got it squared away,
Okay.
shouldn't be any problem. Once I get the signed copies, I'll get you the signed copies as well, both to the county council and to
Yeah,
Chief
just give them
Sips.
the sheriff.
Yeah, and then I'll also get one to the fire chief, I suppose.
Okay.
But I want to make sure that everybody understands that we're doing it the right way this year, and we're trying.
Not a problem. Thank you.
All right, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Marcy.
Okay, so I'm here to give you an update on the Riverfront Commons and the amphitheater. So these are two projects that are going on simultaneously. It's the Arts Commission and the Creative Convergence Team, and then there's also then the Riverfront Commons. And the Riverfront Commons, I'll start there. So back when Governor Holcomb was still governor, he came out with Ready 2.0, and in the Ready 2.0 funds, Eli Lilly decided to donate their largest donation of $250 million that could only go towards arts and cultural projects. So Owen County and the town of Spencer was the first proposal in the state of Indiana to be in the running for that $250 the proposal is because before that announcement came out, the Arts Commission had contacted Owen County and said, hey, we got 8 counties in the state of Indiana we haven't given $10,000 to, and you're one of them. Can you use $10,000? And I'm like, yeah, we'll figure that out. So Hunter, along with a few other people, went to Ball State, and they worked on figuring out some sort of arts project. And Hunter and the team came back with, hey, let's do an amphitheater, okay? And so the amphitheater concept began, and we're like, well, yeah, we can put that into the Cooper Commons, and we'll just make that an event, all right? So it was determined at that point that probably could get that whole entire Arts Commission thing done for about $20,000, $10,000 of that coming from the Arts Commission. So with that, we hired Ron Taylor with Taylor Seacre and Williams. As you can see, he did an absolutely fantastic job. If you talk to Hunter, if you have any questions, or Evan, he was at the meeting. There were 3 public hearings. There's all of these drawings. He went and spoke to all of the artists within the community, got their feedback, talked about, what should it look like, but how should it operate, all these great things. And then at the very end, he came back and presented his final drawing. This was the final concept. I have these here, but after taking all the information and putting it together, this was the final concept that he delivered on. And everybody was fantastic, because I'm not usually in a room where everybody's happy, but everybody was really happy in that room. And they're like, yeah, that's awesome, okay? So that ended the Creative Convergence Art Commission portion of that, okay? So continuing to move forward, though, this is one element, and I've already had a discussion with Ron on this one, but last week I went to a meeting on these Eli Lilly funds, because I'm just sitting here, and, we've got a proposal in, and that's why we were so ready with the proposal, but in the meantime, the rest of the state was not ready for their proposal. And so Eli Lilly put the brakes on all the funds and said, well, hey, because the rest of the state's not ready, we're not going to accept proposals, and we're going to actually get some consultants to go to each region and work with the regions to create regional proposals. And I'm like, well, okay, but just remember we were first. So I've continued to be a squeaky wheel to make sure they know that. But where we're truly at in that process is last Wednesday I went to a meeting over in Brown County. So the Upland ROI region, which we are part of, is the region that the consultants are working on. And they've created 5 key clusters that these projects have to fall into, which was really great for me to be there, because with any grant, you're trying to listen to what verbiage do I need to add now to keep us at the top. So I had those discussions with them. Ultimately, this full proposal can be resubmitted, what I'm hearing, is in October of this year. So what I'm currently doing is going back through our initial proposal to make sure that it is relevant to the verbiage that Eli Lilly and the IEDC is wanting to hear, so that we can still be at the top to receive the grants. So this entire project is about a $4.7 million project, okay? The thing that really interested Eli Lilly was that we have been extremely transparent with is, hey, this is not a matter of if it's going to flood, it's a matter of when it's going to flood, and we know that absolutely everything we do down here is going to be able to take on that flooding and continue to be a transformative project for the community. And that's truly what the issue was to begin with. Some of the other proposals were great, but they were like murals or crosswalks. Eli Lilly was like, hey, if I'm spending $250 million, then the projects need to be transformative to the community. They need to be really a place of attraction to change the scope of the local businesses. So, so to all of that being said, we are working towards resubmitting in October. However, Hunter mentioned at one of his last meetings that going back to the Creative Convergence project, we are $8,500 in gap to cover that portion. So I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm here because initially Hunter had mentioned perhaps maybe the town would help out with those $20,000. Everything's covered except for $8,500.
And so any money that we add to this currently with that Lilly grant, it's an 80-20 match.
That is correct.
So that would go towards the matching portion, and they even value like the overall land value,
yes.
and the current project we have going on the corner gets included in that as well.
Before I could even submit, I had to show that we could reach match.
Mhm.
And so land value, all of the grant funding that MyPath was able to put in, the shelter, We were actually able to include what you just.
So
put in.
everything we just raised and all the
Absolutely
value of that
everything
goes
is
in
putting
towards
in
that
towards
match
that
as well?
match, that's
Okay,
correct.
I was curious if that would
Mhm.
count towards that as
I
well.
asked about that.
Good.
That and, like, I've already contacted like Patronicity, right?
Mhm.
Did you work with Patronicity on this project,
Yes.
right? So I asked Patronicity, I said, well, hey, we'd like to use you again when we do this larger project. They said that absolutely they would go ahead and commit to the 50,000, if not more. So,
Cool.
so it'll be a continual long process. I mean, you know, any money you get from the state's gonna continue to have hoops to
For
jump
sure,
through it.
yeah.
But, we're ahead of game.
Okay.
It looks great. Like anything else, it needs money.
That's right, that's right. It
We gotta
absolutely
figure
does.
the way we're going to approach it.
So they think that'll withstand a flood?
So that's why this has to be prefabricated, just like the shelter house that's currently down
Yeah.
there, okay? And I mean, and as you can see, I mean, like the artist talked about, oh, it'd be great if we had like a green room behind it, or maybe we should put like a restroom or a place to change. No, that's not possible, because when it floods, you can't have a room there with water in it.
Yeah.
So that's why, they did a side view and back view, there's nothing there, it's a wall. It's gonna flow on both sides of that wall. Or the wall will even help, because you have more structures now to keep water from moving further up into the residence. So anything that happens with this project has to be in the mindset of, it's going to flood. How does, I mean, even
How
down
do we
to,
handle it?
in the proposal, we're talking with Soil and Water about what kind of plants are we going to intentionally put within the landscaping to help absorb more water?
Okay. All right.
There'll be a requirement that all performers can swim.
Yeah, I reckon.
Gosh.
So the easy answer is, it's gonna flood, you don't go down there.
Okay, all right. Wow. So you need another $8,500.
That is correct, that is.
And that is going specifically towards the amphitheater?
That will go, that'll go specifically towards this invoice to Ron Taylor.
Okay.
The engineering costs.
Engineering cost.
Okay.
I will say that Diania, who was here with the Arts Commission, the reason that they have requested like the arts in the park is, they're also going to continue to do things to try to raise funds for this arts project. So you have people working on that.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to approve the 8,500 to go towards the engineering cost on this.
Okay.
And
May I ask where we're gonna pull that from?
we didn't completely drain the riverfront for the other one, did we?
I think we pretty much came close to look at it.
Yeah. And then
We
edit could
actually
also.
got dinged by the auditors for using our economic funds incorrectly, which this is not.
Yes.
But they cited a few things that we probably should quit doing. And, I think it would change.
Yes.
We would be able to take it out of economic funds, but we'll have to have some talks with people.
Mm-hmm.
Because they look at our stuff that we put money towards as contributions. And
The Humane Society
Humane
is one of the
Society's one of
questions,
them.
yeah. What did we get out
what
of
did
it?
we get out of it? And we have to question all of those funds that we
Yeah.
We
are,
do, we do.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like this, let us do some research on it. Is it okay if we look at this at our next meeting?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yep, absolutely.
okay, we'll do that,
Okay.
because we need, like you said, we need some answers.
Yeah, we need long range and we keep getting like nickels and nickels and nickels and
Yeah,
nickels out
adds
of our
up
fund.
quick,
And we
doesn't
say, oh, that's nothing, we
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
it, but we've got to look at it overall with everything that we're doing.
So the last thing about economic development, and I'll shut up and you guys can get on to your reports, is, are you all prepared do you have everything you need from me for budget? I know that time is coming up, and I want to make sure if there's
I'm trying to
anything you need
remember
from
what
me.
you gave me.
Pardon?
I'm trying to remember what you gave me.
I submitted an annual budget, but I mean, I just want to make sure you have that, if there's anything else you need.
There wasn't any increase in it, then
No.
it's the same?
No,
Okay.
it's the same. That's fine. I looked at it, I didn't see anything, and I wasn't sure if it was $500 increase or no increase.
No increase.
No increase, that's even better.
Okay, all right, I don't think so, Marcy.
All right, okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
Thank you, dear.
Before Marcy gets away, there's two things I wanted to ask her. You had called, I think, and talked about a meeting with the commissioner and the council at the sewer plant and talk about the new improvements we're gonna make there and wanting Commonwealth, our engineering firm, to participate. We'd be glad to do that. We should call this a site survey. That would do away with any public notice requirements and all, it's exempt. But we do need to know a lot about the schedules of all the relevant players. If you could run that by me, I'd be happy to try to coordinate it and all.
Okay, so the Community Foundation has graciously been sponsoring an opportunity for everyone to kind of get around the table and just talk, because we're just trying to create collaboration, which you all have participated in. So they're wanting and willing to know how they can kind of work with you, and I'm like, well, have you tried to call an engineer?
This might be the smaller meeting, which just the engineer coming down and talking with selected people from the council commissioner who could update them on the anticipated phases of our improvements that we're putting on the plant right now.
So if I can coordinate all three commissioners to do a site visit on a specific date, I
Yeah,
can let you all know, and
exactly.
then you'll coordinate with
Right.
Drew.
Right.
Okay, I'll get it done.
The other thing I was gonna mention while she's here is this concept of receiving donations or contributions towards some of these projects we're talking about. I'd like to organize that a little more formally with having some things that we could do, maybe with the Owen Community Foundation as being the recipient of the donations kind of thing, to manage those things and all, and help us with the list of donors that we can approach and all.
State Board of Accounts was real interested, or let's just say very pointed on, we don't have a contract with Humane Shelter. We don't have a contract with you, do we?
And it has to be something
See,
specific for.
that's gotta change.
Yeah.
So those kind of things have to
And it's
change
gotta
to
be
satisfy
something
them.
specific, not just money every,
Yeah,
yeah, so.
If we could formalize this, it would be better for persons who want to make donations, who know that they would have tax deductible
Yeah.
contributions. It would be more organized, more formal as a procedure along.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to do this pretty quickly.
Well, I know what the State Board of Accounts,
Yeah, it's not
Said.
formalizing or hiding a contribution behind the contract.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
then becomes a.
I can email you tomorrow a draft contract if you want.
yeah. What they're interested in, not only about what money we give, but what services we get back.
That's what they're interested in.
Yeah, that's what they're more interested than anything.
Not just having a
Yeah.
contract to give money.
Yeah,
it is to
so-
say, what are we getting for it in economic development?
So, okay.
That makes
All
Got
right.
no problem with that one.
Very good. Thank you, Marcy.
Yep.
All right, board liaison.
Yes, sir. Well, my mouse is not connected for some reason. 1 second here. Sent an email today to, Steve Lee. at,
Yes, he's a Duke Energy
Yeah, Duke.
specialist for streetlights.
I have not received a reply from him on where we are with the, Rider 42 light, upgrade. As far as I've heard,
Today,
huh?
Dave's out changing lots
They
of
are,
them today.
okay, great. I didn't see that, so thank you for the update. So
Good.
it's obviously moved past schedules.
Okay.
Phase. So, I greatly appreciate that.
But the only thing we have to keep track of is when they come on, are the people happy with them, or is it lighting up their bedroom or the kitchen, or, you know, it's an inconvenience. They are right.
Yeah.
Those school lights on that parking lot down by me, I have to double my blinds to keep it out of my,
Well, a good one for all three of you to look at tonight, cause I seen him up there right at Hillside and Main Street.
Okay.
He was up there changing that one out today, so
Mhm.
Evan ought to get a real good look at that one when the sun goes down.
Okay.
I'll walk down there and take a look.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so there's that. Today, Terry and I worked on the strategic summary at 10 o'clock this morning. We've got some new items that we've added and some items that we've already completed. So we're just kind of working on kind of shuffling around different items and adding to the 2029 and the 2030 years for the strategic plan. We're still in development on that, so I will be sending that back to Terry tomorrow morning. FEMA, we met with FEMA today to discuss the costs that were incurred on the town from the latest flood. Essentially, they are going to be working with us to reimburse us up to 75% of our costs. And that will include any time spent working on getting all the documentation put together, as well as any additional costs that may need to be added to that, as far as contracts, anything that we provided services like the dumpsters out there, stuff like that. But I will be getting with Tony sometime this week to ask some questions as far as the outcome of how we responded to the flood itself.
I know Ryan can go on more detail about what the trouble it causes down there. you know.
Oh, absolutely. And we actually had a site visit today down at the wastewater plant to look at the decanter. So they seem pretty receptive to replacing, well, repairing or replacing the existing decanter as it
Good.
currently stands.
All right.
Just a reminder, I'm going to be attending a seminar for the Sustaining Future Communities on August 22nd. That's a Zoom meeting, so I will be here for that. And then I'll hold off on Cooper Park information till Parks.
I'd still like you to be a part of our redevelopment group in the AIM organization. They have an organized meeting during the 21st or 22nd. They haven't come out with registration yet
Okay.
because you attended the other ones.
Yeah,
And you can fill in when I'm not around too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I can do that.
All right. Anything else then?
No, not at this time.
All right, thank you. Police Department.
Evening, everyone.
Evening.
All right, there's some stuff that's already been gone over, so I'm not gonna go through the entire brief. It's there. If you've got any questions on it, please feel free to stop me and ask. Personnel, new reserves are progressing. They're in the FTO phase. So we're gonna be getting them hopefully, out there and working here pretty soon. The equipment, the Commission One, still needing to get that checked out. It's a 2016 police vehicle. I'm looking at the amount that thing is worth is probably not a lot. It's got an excess of 50,000 miles on it, which doesn't seem like a lot, except that's Spencer miles back and forth. So, looking at that, the repairs on that, if they're over a certain percentage, I don't see it being cost effective for us to put that back into work. So I will check on that and get that later. We were approved last week to last meeting, to surplus 2 vehicles. I've got those annotated completely down here for you. I got that stuff to the attorney late today, so he's probably not even, this is probably the first time he's seen that. The new computer that I talked a lot of this is clean up from last meeting. New computer, I emailed Justin, I infoed Cheryl on those emails. We will need to install the programs on that, so that's why we need AME on board with us. He said, I told him, hey, look, I appreciate you trying to put a quote together for us, but we're also gonna look on our own to see what we can see. And he said, hey, I totally understand. I'm still gonna work with you. If you don't use my quote, that's perfectly fine. We're here to assist you. So he was real good on that. One new thing, Randy, we have ID cards. My ID card for the police department was printed in 2018. We're looking at, we've tried to depend on the county EMA, the jail, somebody else, to get us So, we're looking at getting our own, and I think that the whole town might benefit the whole town and just maybe look more professional to have, not that you know. But the whole, everybody have ID cards
cards,
to
absolutely.
represent.
All town
And,
employees, yeah.
you know, and not just the police department. So Ranix is working on that, we've got looking at 3 different printers, and, I'm gonna get more information on those. As far as operations, learned about probably around 37 feral cats here in Spencer in one location. I went down there and it was just unbelievable, I thought I was in
We're at, Terry.
South, Main Street. The homeowner down there,
They've always complained about that area.
the homeowner down there went and, he said, well, I'm gonna try to do the right thing. He called somebody, I can't recollect who it was, he called, and they said, hey, we'll take the cats, we'll rehome them and everything, we'll get them shots. They did, they spayed and neutered them, got them shots, or they rehomed them, was back at his house. So, it's like, he tried to do the right thing, now he's asking for assistance from us, I'm gonna contact some people and see if we can. No charge to the town, get these cats rehomed somewhere, cause they're fixed and got their shots, so. So we'll try to do that. Under training, Officer Brock,
Drive them over to Gospel or something.
Get a river doing this.
We had a problem about 20 years ago up on,
oh,
you know, a live trap works wonders.
yeah, it does, and that's what we're gonna have to do probably, and I'm gonna try to see if we can get some volunteer organization to come in, get the animals, and some of them are calm and nice, others aren't so nice, I learned that one today, so, yeah, we're gonna try to do that, get that, and that's not just that problem, we've got a problem with that all over town, so.
And we got skunks in town too.
We got skunks, we got possums, we got raccoons, so I think we'll try to get rid of the cats first.
Okay,
And then we'll move on to those, but when we do see those, we do take those and take them outside of town and release them
Yeah.
back into the wild. I'm sure eventually they make it back into town, cause that's where the food is, so. That's what we
Raccoons,
try to do with the possums, the skunks.
but they said I could trap the one I've been watching, get him in a cage covered with a sheet, and you could take him anywhere without him spraying. I don't trust that. The guy that told me, he said, I teach him to swim after I get in there. I don't have anything deep enough to do that.
I know. Lisa's grandma used to do the same thing when they got the chicken house.
Yeah, but we got places that have been approved, and we take them outside of town and rehome them. Not rehome them, but release them back into the wild.
Yeah, get him back in the wild.
Well, I guess that is their home.
Yeah.
So I guess we do. Officer Bryce, under training, Officer Bryce Brock, he's went through the, instructor course, the ILEA for general instructor, he's awaiting his certificate.
Yay.
We're looking at, him being probably a stops instructor and possibly an EVOC instructor, so we'll go on to instruct one of the motor skills, psychomotor skills, and then also Officer Ben Muncie is up this week getting his instructor, and he's gonna you gotta get the general instructor first, and then hopefully we can get him, because he's a pretty good shot, hopefully we can get him into firearms, so that'll be two of our motor skills, and then myself, I think I'm gonna take one more tenure as a physical tactics instructor. I like doing it, I don't think it's gonna interfere too much with my chief duties.
Okay.
Plus, I'm already on the schedule, I didn't know I was gonna be chief, so I volunteered for it last spring. So, I'm already on the slate for it, that'll be in September sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Two new officers have reporting instructions at the academy. The physical assessment will be Monday, August 25th, and the report date, starting training will be Tuesday, August 2nd. We've already tested. What's that?
Not August 2nd, is it September?
September 2nd.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Cheryl.
was working on getting.
Yeah,
the
September
Yeah.
2nd. Yeah, we'd be going backwards.
Yeah.
But I'll fix that. They report on, the reason I went ahead and put down that they are September 2nd is because we've already done the physical assessment with them, and they did both of them did outstanding. So they'll have no problems with that. And Ranks has got with Cheryl, making sure that they have the items that they need for that. supposed to do it within 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be waived, no problem.
Right.
That'll probably be next March or April. Cost on that's $275, and I'm already registered for it.
Okay.
Well, excellent, excellent. Anything you need,
Mhm.
call us.
Yeah.
I will do so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right, next, sewer department.
Thank you. I didn't think I had too much tonight, but I got a couple things now that popped up in the last couple of hours. One thing I forgot about completely is, you know about this, John, the CCTV inspection that needs to
Yes.
happen at the south of the
Yes.
plant.
Uh-huh.
It looks like this, on the invoice I have, or on the quote I have, it's being billed to Commonwealth, so we'll probably see it through an invoice from Commonwealth at some point, but I'll let you guys take a look at it. And this price isn't final, well, it is, but, the cleaning, and it says on there, the cleaning is just precautionary, they may not have to do it. That goes for the cleaning and the root cutting as well. I expect neither of those things to need to happen based on the amount of flow that goes through it. So, but that's just, in case it might need to happen, I don't think it will, but
They're trying to find a manhole, apparently.
they have it in their heads that there might be a manhole there. We have absolutely zero records about what went on when that was installed. So,
Okay.
seems to be the case with a couple of, more than a couple other places in town, but
Okay.
yeah, there's zero records on that. It might bow somewhere, bend, and we don't wanna have to go back and do change orders and have to redo the easements and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, because that, when it goes down in the south, it does, about 2/3 way across the field, it does take a hard right. I know that for a fact. Because it goes down to that slough to the river, is where that outfall is, so. I don't think they'll find a bad problem with debris or anything in it, like you say, because there's a good bit out there.
that outfall flap is broken or gone or missing, or has
Yeah.
been for a long, long time, so
Yeah.
it's possible, but I don't see any reason why the flow that goes through it
Yeah, won't clean it.
hourly doesn't push it all out anyway. So if it were just after a flood, maybe there would be some, but it's been a while, so.
Well, I know they just wanna get that easement, specifically, if he's facing south to the west side of that pipe, they wanna get that easement right, so,
Don't want any problems with that.
no, they do not. So. Go back to- Okay.
There's two of them here.
Yeah.
The wet one's probably the one you want.
Yeah, anyway, this is an estimate from Fluid Waste Services, estimate number 53433, for the Spencer Sewer Plant, the line that goes from the plant for the clean water out, the effluent line, to camera it and possibly clean it. I don't think it'll take them too long to do the whole thing.
No, and that, the rates they have on there
Yeah.
include,
Yeah.
port to port, so
Yeah.
that's why it's 10.
So, for an estimated total of $6,260. So, I would move to go ahead and approve that expenditure.
But you think it's gonna come from Commonwealth?
I imagine it'll come through.
Yeah,
Commonwealth.
yeah. You can
Maybe that changes.
email Drew tomorrow, he'll let you know for sure.
Do you want this then?
Yeah, and sign it that it's been
Yep,
approved.
yeah, yeah.
So if
I-
he's doing all of
Well,
it,
you made the motion, I'll second it.
Okay.
okay.
I'm in favor.
Aye, yeah.
I was gonna add based on that meeting today, FEMA said that we could move ahead, especially since they've already done a site visit.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
to approve.
I'll probably talk with him more tomorrow when he shows back up with the rate form, but,
Yeah,
okay, I'll
yeah.
start the process here.
I'll follow up with you after that meeting.
So,
Anything else
do
then?
you want that? Do you want me to make a copy?
If you can get it to Drew,
That's what I'll
that's all he wanted. I will take that yellow one back though.
Well,
No,
where is
It's
it?
under, it's
Oh, there-
in your hand.
there it is.
Blended in with all the meetings, minutes.
All right.
The only other thing I had is I had some problems today, up on Hillside, West Hillside specifically, the very far end of our lines, out west of Pine Hill Road, and west of trailer park there. We had somebody call and complain about sewer issues. We went out and checked there. It seems to be a problem with our line. We went out and jetted it. It was 300 plus feet past the last manhole we had, which is very, very annoying. And right now it looks like it's a busted, collapsed pipe, unfortunately. So we'll probably be having to dig it up. I'll probably look around for quotes on that. And I would like to put a manhole in there so that we have closer access to it as well.
Sure.
So, sorry, Johnny, but we're probably gonna be digging up Hillside.
Okay,
So,
we'll see what you can find out, Ryan.
yeah,
Okay. Anything else then?
that's all for me.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, street department.
Thank you, guys. Richard, you have my copy, I guess, when I'm done. I'm sure. I apologize for the print job. My printer is, I think, dying and it does a bad job. Our new backhoe, it's ordered, it's getting prepped for delivery. I actually spoke to him today. They had a bolt-on part they was waiting to get, so we should be getting it next week. The disaster contract with Chips Outdoor Service, Mr. Hamilton has signed it. He's provided the price list. I've turned all of that into Mr. Lorenz. It still needs board signature or approval, or I don't know, it came from you guys, so you probably don't need to approve it.
Well, it doesn't sign though.
Yeah.
Chips Outdoor Services has signed, yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's longer than you would suspicion it would be required for what it is, but it's 15 pages, but it's required because of all the FEMA connections that you have to have to put the emergency service immediately in place without a prior contract.
Okay.
So this is what this is all set to do. Price is $350 for a crew of 2 to 3 people, truck with dump out trailer, skid, steer, and excavator, chainsaws, fuel, oil, and any other cleanup equipment. If there's another person added, it would be $30 for that other additional person. But again, this is after you've declared an emergency because of the event.
Okay, all right. So
So it's ready to sign if you are approving it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what took that a month or two to get, because
Yeah,
presented
get
it
wording
to Chip,
to it,
and he
yeah.
was like, 15 pages saying I'll come
Yeah,
help.
I would make a motion then to approve the professional services contract with Chips Outdoor Services in the event of a storm that would require maybe some FEMA work involved.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Gotta get to page 15.
Yeah, dude. There it is.
That one, all three of us are just yours.
And I don't know who that, if
No.
Mr. Lorenz keeps that, or if Cheryl keeps that, or
Who wants it?
both of them.
Yeah.
Get a copy.
Yeah.
The next thing I have is the trees around the square. I actually have a written complaint form from somebody about the trees on the square.
Uh-huh.
If you recall last year, there was.
I told you leave them alone.
Now the complaints are coming
Okay,
in.
okay.
I've heard a few
It's
as
hard to
well.
walk the sidewalk.
It is, it
Yeah.
really
Okay,
is.
okay.
And
The, going up, it's okay, but it's the sides.
Okay, okay, all right.
so, question mark.
That will
on
be addressed this fall after the leaves drop.
Okay.
That's true, that's what.
Yeah, that will be addressed this fall.
The next thing is, it's minor, but you probably should know about it, but Mr. LaGrange at SES has requested that the no parking signs on North Washington Street. It's causing congestion with his buses, cause right now they state no parking from 8 to 9, 3 to 4. He has buses coming in at 7:45 and at 2:45, and it's congested and the sign don't conform with the hours, so. He's asked, there's 2 of them, if we change them from 7 AM to 9, 2 PM to 4.
will that require a change?
No, no, we just need to,
And it
it's
won't,
informational sign.
Okay,
and it won't change any of them down Hillside, any of them, up north
East Street or?
East Street. He said all of them, if they're fine, it's just that one block where the buses turn off of Hillside and go north.
Okay.
It will cost us 2 street signs, but if you guys are okay with tomorrow, and
I would say go ahead and get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the last thing, I emailed you, I think I only received one
I saw the email.
confirmation, I don't know if you two seen it about, the employee on sick time, or on sick leave. He asked for, cause he's gonna need another 6 weeks, an additional 6 weeks off of work
Yeah.
for a total of 8. He was misinformed, or I don't think he had a setback, I think he was just misinformed from the get-go. Anyways, he asked for, up to 80 more hours to be loaned to him. He said 40, he could probably get by, but it might get tight. He's asking for 80. Our personnel policy says that you can do up to 200. It has a couple conditions, which I looked through. I think you meet some, it's entirely up to you guys. He asked, so I'm bringing it.
There's no light duty, he does.
No, no, he can't at all.
And that was that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I actually have a paper from his doctor that says he could come back right now if he was on sit-down duty with absolutely no use of that extremity.
That's not gonna work.
And he's fine with that, he understands what we talked about at the last meeting.
Okay.
He just doesn't have them hours back to him.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if you wanna do 40 again, and then maybe another 40 if he needs them, or you
Well,
wanna
we
do.
just do what he needs.
Just,
He
yeah,
said he was a 25-year employee.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So give him the
seriously,
80.
yeah.
You gotta take care of your people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That would be a total of 120 hours.
Whatever he needs,
So
let's
yeah,
just say
Just,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would make a motion then to the employee for the street department to, receive up to 80 hours of additional sick time.
Did you hear what Cheryl was saying? Just
Yep.
So we
within,
don't have to come back
Right.
another time,
Yeah,
it's kind of
Is that-
embarrassing
okay.
to keep
Yeah.
having to
yeah,
come back
we don't
one
even,
more time.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so, that,
Okay,
yeah, that,
for whatever.
that'll get him back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll second that then if we need
Okay,
to.
Yeah, yeah.
And-
It's
and
easy
the
to get
doctor will
distracted.
release him, so we'll know when he's done.
Yeah,
at
so-
the dock.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right. So,
Yeah, like Sheriff said, I'll have paperwork
Yeah.
support.
Okay,
And he
good
can come
enough.
back. and
Great.
He won't abuse it.
Yeah,
I'll have
I
the
think
paperwork.
so, and I think he'll be wanting to come back to work by then.
Probably.
That's everything I had on my list. Scott, do you have anything? Do you gentlemen have any questions or concerns for
No, street.
No.
us?
No?
Perfect, thank you.
Street cuts is all I got. They're still doing those.
The street cuts?
Yeah.
I know they've got, I think, 2 new ones. I think it's slowed down a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. Okay. All right. Thank you, Tony. Parks Board.
Well, they've started down there at the Cooper and Mains.
I did
Has
see
anyone driven by and looked at it?
Yeah.
Looks like they've got rock down and it's leveled off. And then you heard from Marcy, so we're waiting on the October deadline, but I think we really have a good project just ready to go. And it is a little frustrating that, as she said, we've had this ready to go for a long time now. And you get on Facebook and people see we're putting in a bathroom. Well, what are you doing about the playground? It's like, well, we're trying. But that's our big shot to take here coming up. So, Bobby, anything else that maybe I forgot?
Kinda excited about it.
Yeah, it's neat watching the progress go down there. So, we had a meeting because we've looked at like product orders and things. We met with them. Was that just last Thursday, Wednesday? And things seem to be going well. We're on track to, I think, finish up before Thanksgiving is the projected date. Is that what you're looking at right there?
I'm just gonna pass around the schedule,
Yeah.
and there's a blueprint of the total project.
Ooh.
By
Yeah.
November 14th is
it's kind of
the
workflow.
goal.
Yeah, the goal. I mean, who knows? Anything can happen. But
Okay.
Majority of it should be done by mid-October,
Right,
based on
But
that.
we have permission to put that restroom down there too.
Yes.
It's not in the
DNR.
flow pattern.
oh, that's that's all, yeah, we're good to go.
By,
Okay.
by,
Yeah, they're moving.
By the DNR approved it.
Okay.
Had to be approved by the
I just had someone send me drone footage of it.
Something along, Parks and Street Department. Do you know who Covenant Libby is?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently she has applied for and been granted
Oh, cool.
a grant to purchase more trees. And so she sent me a list of what she was looking at. And so I sent her back an email, no ornamentals. And we was really looking for some height as much as anything. And I said, I need a 40-foot minimum when it's mature, if not taller. And so she was gonna look, and she was wanting to know what nursery. I said, well, I got my stuff down at Schneider's and I've been pretty pleased with it. I don't know if there's anything else here close. There's one at Terre Haute.
We had that state one, that where the park, where.
Oh, the Bologna?
Yeah, Bologna.
Yeah, but they don't have bulk,
All they
big
have
trees.
is chocolate starters, okay, I wasn't sure.
Yep.
It's actually in the town code, there's only 5
Yeah.
species that we, in our.
In our code work, yeah, yeah.
Is this for, where are these gonna be?
Along Hillside, I think,
Oh, there?
yes.
Yeah, on both sides,
So,
there may be
yeah.
pictures.
Can you send that to me, Tony?
Seems like we should follow the code.
Okay, and we'll forward that on to her. So, anyway, that's what.
Part of the idea, I think, one of her concerns is trying to reduce speed on Hillside.
Right.
It's almost like, wooden roller coasters always have that fence right next to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of creating,
Yes,
so it doesn't look like a racetrack, it looks like a residential area, and having more stuff up against you helps you realize you're going faster.
We can have it almost Americanas.
Huh?
did you send it?
Almost Americana.
No idea what that is.
Eucharist Pulse. I might.
That's
Has it got all the Latin names on it? That's helpful.
Yeah, so. All right, planning and zoning.
We have our meeting coming up on the 26th. Got a variance that we're asking for, a rezoning we're asking for, I think. And we'll probably be talking with the board about the ancillary dwelling units again, getting some more particulars about what we want to put in that particular ordinance and all.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Sorry?
Anything else there? with planning?
On that one, no.
Redevelopment?
They've got a meeting coming up on the 20th. It's gonna be an important meeting because Bob Swenson's coming to that meeting. He's doing some analysis about the TIF neutralization and all, and in particular about some of the numbers that we're seeing from some of the events that have occurred in reassessments and all. He's gonna try to explain how that's working
It's
and all.
bad.
No, it's not good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah.
Great.
$670,000. I can't understand it.
It's inscrutable. You cannot
Coming out of
reconcile the reality.
Wow.
I don't know what the assessor or what they've done, but they've revalued some things.
Great. Okay.
He's gonna try to help us.
Okay.
Good.
He's helped us a lot
Oh,
so
yeah.
far.
Yeah.
When he
Yes,
goes
he
to
has.
the TIF neutralization,
Yeah.
that's a big project.
Yeah.
You gotta believe each one of them and see actually what the improvements have been made.
All right. Fire territory, had a meeting last Monday. Probably the most imminent thing coming up is the possibility of meeting with Gosport and the townships, Harrison, Montgomery, and Wayne, which takes in Gosport. Gosport's its own entity, about possibly joining the fire territory. And I know that they've spoken with Baker Tilly out of Indianapolis about help with, if that would happen, and about going to the commissioners and organizing a fire district instead of a fire territory.
That'd be wonderful. That would take me out of the picture.
Completely, yes.
The State Board of Accounts is much favoring a fire district as opposed to territory.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
always been fighting with the fire territory concept. They didn't like it for fear of the ability to audit it, is what it boils down to.
Okay.
So, nothing wrong with that, but of course, I would urge everybody to take into account, how is this going to work financially? What infrastructure and equipment are you going to have to provide, share, whatever? And what will be the personalities that literally make up the constitution of that kind of confraternity?
Yes,
It's
it is.
broad and wide.
Very much so.
Well, there's gonna have to be some improvements made.
in personalities?
No.
Well, but if we figure out how to do that, we can
And
solve
their
it.
facilities outside of Spencer.
Yeah,
They got a
equipment.
barn up there,
Yeah.
Gosport, you know, and equipment, yeah.
You were quick on the draw on that one.
It's quick.
My contention, I mean, if that's the way they wanna go, but it's a long ways from here with the
To there.
fire truck to the end of Harrison Township. You're almost at Louisville.
Yeah.
You're within sight of it, and that's a long ways to go, folks. You gotta go all the way up 231 to County Line Road and cut across, and it's rough. So,
Yeah.
a lot to think about. So, but anyway, because it's boiling down to, if they do that, then they can petition for a new tax rate and everything, so I don't know that they'd be ahead, but anyway, I had to see the numbers. But that's pretty much what that was.
I was
Okay.
going to add, the fire territory is meeting with Gosport Town Council on next Tuesday on the 26th.
Okay.
I think it's at 7 or 7:30,
Okay,
just to explore the option.
so, we'll see. Mr. Attorney?
The chief has provided you the exact names and VIN numbers for the two vehicles declared as surplus. I'd like the minutes to reflect, if you could, the specific terms of those VIN numbers to protect Cheryl when they have the audits, and also they know those were the very cars that were surplus and all.
Okay.
Just verify
Can I
the
have
numbers.
Yeah, I'll just,
verify
You and Al
personally.
did it, okay. And I've
they're
got
right
the
there on
titles.
his notes and
I'll
all.
pull the titles
Yeah,
out
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we have one more meeting date, August the 27th is the Economic Development Commission. We were unable to meet in April, so August is the next one. We'll check and see that everybody's available for a quorum on that,
Okay.
okay?
That's a residential TIF
Yes.
situation.
And then, once more on this donation thing and all, it would be very handy to build a list literally of potential donors for these various projects kind of thing, and maybe even have personal contact with some of the individuals. I wrote down on the back this year.
Sure.
50 people or entities that we could go to based upon their probable activity with internet connections and stuff like that and all.
Okay.
And I think we need to coordinate that with the Owen Community Foundation, with the chamber and all, build a package of how we do that. So I think you could raise a good deal, if not all, of the money through that.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
I wrote a note, and I don't know what it means. I can't think of it. Okay, well, that's all I had then.
All right, thank you.
I was gonna ask, is there any change on, or have you met with the person that lives down here on the street?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't think of his name, but.
Daniel Hasselberg?
Yes.
And we turned down his application for a fence because he's not in compliance with the town code at the present time, and encompassing it with a fence is not gonna solve the problem.
Make it worse.
And is he supposed to be meeting with you?
The 28th, we have a deposition scheduled.
Okay.
Have you talked to him if he's gonna show up? Cause I told him I
Well,
wasn't sure.
his attorneys have not withdrawn from the case yet.
Okay.
However, they have told me, at least informally, that they are intending to withdraw. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. That's great. Cause I had somebody that has a piece of property not too far from them ask the other day, so.
And he came in to get, he wanted to build a big fence around the trash can.
The burn
he
house,
denied
have
it.
you seen it recently?
The what?
The house that
The
burned.
burnt?
I know.
Has it got worse?
More stuff's coming in.
What was that?
What's coming in?
You mean-
Trash and,
Oh, people are living there, do you think? Homeless
No, I don't think
people?
people live there, I think it's, maybe
Dumps.
a dump site.
Dump site.
Oh, wow.
It's just neglected.
sakes.
What about that trailer that's burned out, was on the police, I mean, on county's holding pen over there.
I just noticed it's gone when I pulled it.
It's gone? Okay, good.
Oh,
Good, yeah, it was nasty looking when it.
That's nasty.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, thanks, Tony. All right, any old business?
I'd like to propose that we talk about disposing of the rental property and using that funding to help us out in some of these other areas.
Okay, all right.
If we look at it and get a realtor in or get an estimate on it, see if it's possible.
Okay, all right.
See what we're doing with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
We can make a decision
Yeah.
after.
sure, okay, all right. Sure.
So what's the steps for that? Is that, do we contact the realtor first?
I think we probably need to get a realtor to give us an idea of what the actual fair market value be at this time. We know what the original appraisals were, we know how much time it's taken, we know general inflation, but it would help us to know more about the marketplace.
Okay,
The food people on the other side of the street using the parking on our lot to serve people food.
Yes.
Yeah. it-
So I don't know whether we're liable with those cars being parked over there or what we're doing.
One of the things we'll have to keep in mind is where do we use that for storage of vehicles? Still, right? Do you have something in?
In the building that we have rented out also.
Mhm.
So as long as,
Oh, okay.
yeah, as long as we keep the main rentals building, that part can go. I would really, really, really like to keep
I think we have to figure out.
secondary
The storage building across the road.
the storage building across the road is what he wants to keep.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, that whole square where the original building is, it can go.
Yes, that I have.
Yeah, yeah, Tony got no eye on that,
Okay.
so, okay,
It would appear to be a prime building location.
I would think so.
Oh, yeah, I think it's got all kinds of possibilities.
Do you wanna contact,
I would suggest Home, because Home, they're the biggest realtor in this town. You wanna go to Bloomington and get someone else, but I'd almost start with them.
yeah,
They're the biggest and they have the best sales percentages and stuff like
Okay.
that.
all right,
We'd start with them.
yeah,
Why don't we discuss that around, because there's some other aspects to this that might want to draw outside our local area for potential interest in the market.
okay. What about Dawn?
All these are possibilities, let's
Sure.
talk it through,
Okay, all right.
When do you wanna do that?
right away.
We talk about these things and then we put them to the
No,
side and we
well,
never
let's-
come
For the
back.
next meeting, we'll get a dossier, yeah, what we
Okay,
want to do.
okay, excellent,
Okay,
thank you.
okay. Any new business? Anybody? Any public comments?
No.
Bobby's the only public here.
Well, I do have a question.
Okay,
Hypothetically, if Tony's driving one of your vehicles and he wrecks it, where are you at with it? Have you got a deductible?
I don't know.
What's the how do you?
Yeah.
Recreate?
Are we insured?
Are we insured?
Well,
Yes.
sure, yeah.
Do you have a deductible?
I have not a clue.
Yes, I believe so.
If you have a deductible, who pays it? Does he
Town,
have to pay?
town does.
Town does.
Town- it's a town
Do you
bid.
have it written?
We do
And
have.
he knows that?
If
I
he
don't-
wrecks it
question.
He's a town employee. I don't think we have to have it written.
Oh, yes,
So
you
are you talking about when he's driving for personal use? Is that what you mean, or on the
No,
job?
he's working for a corporation and.
I don't think that's, I don't know that a corporation that would apply to a municipality.
Municipality, you may have a point there, John.
We
I drive a Pell roofing truck,
Okay.
okay?
All
I
right.
have been involved in a wreck.
Okay, what happened?
They paid it. They paid the deductible. I didn't have to pay the deductible.
Okay.
I was-
That was their choice to pay it.
I'm not forced to pay it.
I was gonna say, we've
But
never
do you
had-
have anything in writing that shows it?
I don't pay any of the insurance. They do.
We have had wrecks, police have had wrecks.
We have insurance for the municipality, the
Yeah.
operation of
Yeah.
vehicles and all. And the insurance contract has the ability to subrogate and pursue anyone who's at fault on the opposing
Opposing
side,
side,
but
yes.
not the insured.
Sure, side, yeah, yeah, so, yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, if not then, we're gonna do acceptance of claims, and we're gonna adjourn. Thank you all very much for your work, and we appreciate everything you guys do. If you need anything, give us one of us a call. Okay, minute here.
I had a question on one of those, let me
Okay.
see, Sheriff. That's right.
Hunter, I think, Brittany Van Hook is gonna contact you, but if you remember, they're concerned about maybe some easements at the Adult Education Center. You can get them some information on that.
I talked to her today, cause.
She said she was already talking to you today, but
They were talking about, repaving and I guess EMB's coming tomorrow.
okay.
900.
Do you have barricades? And I was like, well, talk to Tony.
Yep.
See if he's got it.
I don't know, if you wanna see it, we'll go look at it.
No, I just wanna make sure we
Yeah.
acknowledge that.
Yeah, I can talk to her tomorrow morning.
Question?
See, this is 266.
Question?
And there's 266.
I was going to ask you whether or not you're still available on the 21st Thursday. Is that still open on your calendar?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not having much luck reaching the people I want to talk to, but I'm thinking that we might want to just
This is down here.
go to the office and see if we plant ourselves there. There's somebody we could talk to.
We may have to.
Yeah.
What time do
I
you,
just couldn't
I'm thinking 9
time
o'clock.
back, but I guess one page runs over.
this
the
Thursday morning?
Yes.
Thursday morning, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I probably could do that.
Meet at my office at all, or?
Yeah.
The total check was for $1,214.89. It was broken down in the street of being 201 there.
And you had those other two.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know what the 977.
I was gonna add, regarding Bobby's
That they
question,
buy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Indiana, generally,
And a lot of things, not
the
just one thing.
insured individual or entity pays for the deductible, but there is no requirement for them to pay it. So it could potentially fall on the employee if those business practices were enacted. But I don't think that's, personally, I don't think that's a great idea to hold an employee accountable
Yeah.
for something that may have not.
You know, if
been
it was
involved.
using it on personal use or something and not, within the guidelines of what the town take-home vehicle policy
Policy was.
dictated,
That would be different.
that would be different.
Are we off the record now? Are we still
No,
live?
we're still live
Okay.
until the claims.
Okay. Are you satisfied?
Yes.
I am too.
I was
I
actually,
would make a motion, we present claims as presented.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'd make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in
Aye.
favor? Aye.
Whatever you want.
Here, Mike, you need to.
It doesn't matter, I don't even put it in. I always say it is. I don't change that stuff until it's approved and cut it.
Now, we're off the record.